We also can use node_ref to attach to an input element and get the value of that input element. First, let's create a state, give it a name input value equal to, we will call use state hook to create a new state. Let's give it an initial value, an empty string. So string from. Let's create a node_ref. Let's call the use node_ref hook to create a new node_ref. Then let's create a callback. Give the name onInput equal to. In this new block, let's clone this input value and the node_ref. So let's create a variable. Give the name input value equal to input value dot colon. Let's create another variable node_ref equal to node_ref dot colon. Let's create a callback. Callback from. Let's pass a closure into this from as argument. And now this closure will capture no value, so let's add an underscore between these vertical bars. In this closure body, we will call the cast method on this node_ref to cast it into a HTML input element. So let's use TurboFish, add type HTML input element. This HTML input element will import from WebAssist. This cast method will return an option value. If it succeeds, it will return a sum hold HTML input element. If failed, it will return none. So let's use if let to destructure the inner value of the sum. So if let sum, let's give the inner value a name input equal to this. In this if let block, let's set the new value to this input value state. So input value set. Let's get the value of this input. So we call the value method on this input. And here, after this block, let's add a semicolon. In HTML macro, first let's create a h1 element. Let's render this input values value. So let's dereference this input value, then call the colon method. Let's create a input element. So input type equal to text. Then let's attach this node_ref to this input element. So ref equal to node_ref. Then let's add an initial value. So value equal to, we will set an initial value to an empty string. So let's copy this and pass here. Then let's add a on input event equal to, we will pass this on input callback to this on input event. Last, let's close this input. So every time when this value in this input field change, it will fire this on input event. This on input event will trigger this on input callback. So this on input callback will update the value of this input field to input value state. Let's go to the web browser. Because we set the initial value of the input state is empty string, so in this h1 tag, there are no content. In this input field, let's type out some content like a hello world. So you can see when we type out the content in this input field, at the same time, it will render the same content in this h1 tag. This is how we use node_ref to get the value of the input field. Hope to see you next time.